Hey there folks, welcome back to Smithy's Forge. I am the Smithy, and we have made it back around to Funko Pop Friday. And in order to celebrate Funko Pop Friday, I dug into my big box of Pops, and I pulled out the two leading ladies of Street Fighter themselves, Chun and Cammy. Okay, I would have brought out the three leading ladies of Street Fighter, but we haven't gotten a Sakura Pop yet. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Hint, hint. Moving on. So we have Chun and Cammy here, and we'll take a quick look at Cammy's box. You have the gorgeous little glam shot there, and you have her name down here. Kind of find it funny that we only got her first name instead of, Cammy White. But whatever. Got her glam shot over here. She's number 139. 139 there too. 139. I don't think that's really significant, really. I mean, unless you're like a completionist, avid pop collector, I don't think the numbers are really relevant. But we'll get to the cross-sells here. You have Chun-Li, Ryu, Ken, Cammy, Blanca, Balrog, and... oh, Dan. I've got a soft spot for prank characters and goofy characters. But Dan, I laugh at him not because he's funny to me necessarily, but because he's just so sad. I mean, he is just terrible. And he's still, I read a Street Fighter comic a while back, and he shows up at the dojo where Ryu and Ken are training with Goku, and he demands that Goku take him as a student, and he decides he will demonstrate his superiority by fighting Ryu and Ken. So Ryu and Ken just kind of look at each other and then proceed to beat the living stuffing out of Dan. And after he's beaten to the point he's barely recognizable, he stands up and he's like, "Ha! I'm getting you right where I want you. I have you now." And he just collapses after I think they both slug him one more time and he just collapses. But yeah, he's just sad. So yeah, there's the back of the box. You got the little glam shot there, and you got a little hint of it there, and your name's up here, and you got bottom box stuff, and you got top box stuff, and it's a pop box. We've seen them before. We know the basic gist of what they are. We'll jump over here and look at Chun-Li real quick, and oh, this is my main girl. She was always my best character in Street Fighter, and yeah, she's not super hard to use, but, she's still my main girl. So, you got her glam shot right here and name's down here. She's 136, if that matters to you. Glam shot over here, 136. Glam shot with the product shots. And, oh yeah, one thing I wanted to mention real quick, Blanca. They have a variant of him in Walmart. He's instead of green, he's blue, and he has like a light blue hair. I think he might be glow in the dark too. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, he's in Walmart if you want to check him out. So on the back, on this side, 136. Chun-Li, and you have her little glam shot here, and bottom box stuff, top box stuff. It's a pop box. She's inside. So, rather than gawk at the box, why don't we get these two lovely ladies out of their boxes? And gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I absolutely love these two. And you know what? These guys have been honestly just an outright treat. When Funko started doing the like really dynamic poses, and they were pretty much they started doing very dynamic bodies for each individual pop, rather than just doing the static standing and arms to the side pose. They really started making these dynamic, and it just made it so much more fun. It just gave it so much personality. I mean, when I first started collecting Funko Pops, it was a while ago, and I can't honestly say I started collecting them then, because when I did, they were just so static and plain. I was like, hey, yeah, I like Flash, I like Green Arrow, I like Darth Vader, But there was really nothing that really just shot out and said, wow, these are cool. And then they started really doing the dynamic poses, and I mean, they really, and on top of, look at the head sculpts. I mean, they actually start making these very unique head sculpts. I mean, you've got Cammy's little twin braids here. You've got her little, once again, I don't know what you call this when you have like the little lock of hair that sticks out from under a hat. Someone, please tell me what that is called. But I mean, you're not going to see these heads used for another character unless it's just a variant of these two. Like, I think there's a pink variant of Chun-Li where she's got her little pink outfit on that, you know, when you sometime, I think it was kind of a universal thing with the Street Fighter games. It always happened, at least in the ones I had, where you select the character and then all of a sudden their outfit would change. Like, you didn't even select a different color, it just automatically changed it. So that was just how it was. But they just, oh, these, they're so adorable. I love them. So, we'll do Cammy first. Now, here we have Cammy White, who is, if I remember her character profile right, it's been a while, she's British Special Forces, and at one point she actually got brainwashed and was forced to work for Bison. And I think what movie was it? I think it was Street Fighter Alpha movie. It actually starts out with Cammy as a brainwashed soldier suddenly just flying out and snapping this guy's neck. She literally runs up, jumps on the guy, wraps her knees around his head, and just spins around in place and then flips. And just, it was brutal. I mean, even for older anime, this was brutal. And I watched that movie when I think I was 11. And that was actually before I ever played a Street Fighter game. So I was going into Street Fighter already thinking, wow, I need to play as this girl. She's going to be a beast. Back before calling someone a beast was a thing. You ever have one of those moments where you just suddenly feel really old? Yeah. Moving on. We'll take a little closer look at her here. Now, you know, you've got her little beret here with the, I guess that would be like British Special Forces insignia. I don't honestly know. I don't honestly know what that would be, but, you know, got a little eyelashes here, and I don't know how well you can see it here. There we go. See this little mark on her cheek right here, her little scar? Now you would think, oh, that's just painted on. No, in point of fact, they actually molded a little indent right there to give her an actual scar. I mean, come on, how cool is it? Oh, I got a little bit of goop on her hat. I mean, even look at this. I mean, they highlight around her eyes, give her a little black highlight around her eyes. You know, cute little nose. Her little gauntlets look amazing. She's got her little camo on her legs. Okay, I have to confess something. When I was younger and I first played Street Fighter and I first got to play as Cammy, I honestly could never remember or never figure out, was she wearing like camo leggings? Or, back then it was called, you just very much called them pantyhose. But was she wearing like camo leggings, or did she have camo painted on her legs, or were there tattoos? That was always one of those things that I constantly thought about. It's like, what is that? Is that she's wearing pantyhose, or is it tattoos? What is it? Never was able to figure that out. And it's one of those things that kind of depends on which continuity you're watching. Like, are you looking at Super Street Fighter 4? Are you working at Street Fighter Alpha, or what are you looking at? Always messed with me. But I'm off on a little bunny trail here. Hop back to the path here. Cammy. This is what we're doing. So, back to that. We'll, jump around here. You got a little twin braids here, which is a very iconic look. And, Cammy always had a fairly kind of, I guess you could call it a blasé look. I mean, you have the green unitard with a few different details on it, but most of her personality actually came through her fighting and her attitude. And of course, she's one of those characters who has a more slender build, so she's got her little platform here. So, yeah, that's Cammy. She's awesome. She's sweet. And she will break your neck if you mess with her. Piece of plastic. Now, set Cammy off to the side, and we'll move over to Chun-Li. The girl I would decimate everyone with. I absolutely love this girl. She is so cool. In all honesty, she's one of those characters who, like Ryu, where I think it's where her and Ryu are kind of like the poster children for Street Fighter. They've never really messed with her look. I think with the exception of Street Fighter Alpha 2, where she had more of like just like, you know, track pants and sneakers on. They've always kept her with a very distinct look. Okay, sorry, Cammy, you're distracting me there. But, you know, and, you know, obviously we couldn't get her in like a lightning kick pose, but, you know, she's got a very classic Chun-Li pose of, okay, I'm ready. And on top of that, must say this, in Super Street Fighter 4, she was voiced by Miss Laura Bailey, who was one of my favorite voice actresses. She did so many characters that I've always loved, and all of a sudden her voice pops up with my favorite fighting game character. Yay! It was so cool. So yeah, take a quick look at her here. I mean, I don't want to pander for, you know, just ramble on here. You know, she got a little bit of, they actually gave her like a little bit of a eyeshadow here, like a little bit of makeup around her eyes. You know, got a little earrings. They even went so far as to paint a little gold on the end of her, the ribbons on the thing she puts over her little buns. I don't know what you would call it. This is another one of those things that I always loved but never knew what to call. But, you know, she's so well designed. She's got all the little cues, all the little details there. I mean, she's just so pretty. I absolutely love her. Now, like I said, there's a pink variant of her that I think that was a GameStop exclusive. I'm not sure, but I think that was a GameStop exclusive. But, yeah, not gonna lie, she was probably my first video game crush. Don't lie, you had one too. So yeah, I just had to pull these two out of the storage and give them their due on time. And so glad I got these two. I'm planning on getting Ryu and Ken too, but, you know, these two were my big ones that I had to get. Now, this is normally where I fade out and we call it a day. However, I want to do a little bit something special here. See, one of my subscribers, Liam, left a comment on one of my videos about how he just recently started watching Dragon Ball Z, and he's a fan. And he really wanted to pick up the Frieza Pop. Now, I dug through all my Funko Pops, and I could not find my Frieza Pop. So, as a special shout out to Liam, I went out and I bought a new pop just to review on Funko Pop Friday for Liam, and that is Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, the Hot Topic exclusive from Dragon Ball Super. And boy, is this one cool. Now, I have not watched Dragon Ball Super yet. I've got a few glimpses. So I've got the basic backstory of this guy. And basically, he's Goku's body, but someone stole Goku's body, and he is beyond super strong. He has exceeded Super Saiyan God form, and he has achieved this Super Saiyan Rose form, or Super Saiyan Pink, as most people call it, or Super Saiyan Rose, whatever you want to call it, really. And yeah, it's basically he is an evil Goku, and his hair turns pink. Why not? But, you know, standard pop boxing, you know, you got his little look on the side here, you know, the Dragon Ball Super logo back here because he's an exclusive. Same on here. And we'll jump over to... Just lost my train of thought there for a second. Sorry. But we'll toss him out of the box real quick. We'll take a little bit closer look at him here. Get the box out the way here. And yeah, here we go. This is, like I said, this Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. I don't know why they decided to do this. Honestly, the stuff Toriyama has done with Dragon Ball has just been amazing. Like, oh, we need this guy to be super strong in comparison to Goku and Vegeta. What do we do? He turns pink. That works! Do it! So, yeah, I mean, he's basically like a Nega Goku. You know, kind of like, you know, in the older cartoons like Darkwing Duck, you know, we have a evil version of the main character. So what are we going to call him? Nega Duck? Okay. So we have Nega Goku. I actually kind of like that. Super Saiyan Rose Nega Goku. Am I allowed to do that? Am I allowed to redub characters? I don't think so, but, you know, I like the sound of that. So, yeah. Actually, hold on just a second. Let me, where is it? There he is. Someone check here. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. It looked like, I thought they just reused the head sculpt for Goku, but they didn't. They remolded his hair slightly. I mean, the body on this one is a little bit taller, but so it looks a little bit different. But I mean, they kept the molding for his hair pretty, with a few exceptions. Like he's missing a few of the little grooves in his hair here to give it the shape and the texture. But they this piece right here, it's actually a separate piece. It looks like that was molded and then like glued on. But Goku Black, it's all in one piece. It's all one molding. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. And they molded on his earring, and... Huh. Well, there you go. New head sculpt. I did not realize that. For the most part, they don't, like, give new head sculpts to different variants of the same character. I mean, technically this is a different character, but they usually don't do that. That's pretty cool. So, we'll take a quick look at him here. He got his, energy blade he can do here, just like Vegito. Sorry, spoilers. What the... Oh, geez, look at that. He's even got a ring on. It looks like they molded and painted a ring on his finger, and then put the energy blade over his hand. That's pretty cool. Huh. You know, he's really well painted, actually, but you know, as you can see, he's basically like just like a dark facsimile of Goku. So, you know, bam. Looks ferocious and pink. That's just a weird combination, but it works. Why? Because it's Goku. So yeah, I just thought I'd do that as a nice shout out to Liam, aspiring Dragon Ball Z fan. Liam, keep it up, bro. You're gonna love it. It gets better and better as it goes. Not the story. The story goes insane, but the action and the crazy stuff these guys do just gets better and better and better. So yeah, thought I'd do that as a special little Funko Pop Friday, even though it's only the second one. But we're gonna keep going with this. So that has been the Funko Pop Street Fighter series, Cammy and Chun, and the Funko Pop Dragon Ball Super series, Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. And this has been the Smithy, reminding you to... What the... Oh. Let me try that again. This has been the Smithy, reminding you to stay primed and forge ahead.